The youth event comes just one day after the global climate strike led by 16-year-old Swedish activist Greta Thunberg, who will also address world leaders at the main climate summit on Monday in the General Assembly.
Yesterday, millions of people across the globe marched and demanded real climate action, especially young people. We showed that we are united and that we, young people, are unstoppable.
With young people taking centre stage, this was an opportunity for senior UN officials, including the Secretary-General, to listen to voices of the future generation in creating pathways towards a sustainable future.
Many times we hear that our generation is going to be the one in charge of dealing with the problems that current leaders have created. We will not wait passively to become that future. The time is now for us to be leaders, and that is why we are here, to lead. My message to the Secretary-General is simple. Let's stop demanding world leaders to listen to science, and let's start demanding them to act on science.
This activist was brought up in a village at the foot of Mount Kenya that faced food and water shortages for the first time in January 2018, a community that galvanized social media to spur authorities into action.
A national ban on harvesting of forest products was enacted. The government of Kenya has since launched the Greening Kenya initiative in December 2018, aimed at achieving our desired 10% forest cover. To my fellow youth, it is evident that starting where we are and with what we have will cause a revolution. What we are asking for as young people. First, we appreciate that youth are now at the table where the discussions are being held. But our voices and our inputs must be allowed to influence these decisions.
Assuming the title of keynote listener, the UN chief was allowed to share his thoughts with the hundreds of young people working to shape the world's future trajectory.
It's an enormous pleasure to be a keynote listener when we can listen to meaningful things like the ones we heard. And indeed, I've been more times keynote speaker than keynote listener, but that is one of the problems of world leaders, is that they talk too much and they listen too little. And it is listening that we learn, and is giving the possibility for all those that represent today's world to speak and to have their voices being part of decision-making processes that we can move forward.
The first of its kind event providing a platform for young leaders driving climate action to showcase their solutions at the UN in a world in need of greater ambition in the midst of a climate emergency. Sherman Brycepease, SABC News, New York.